What is going to be the state of watches 100 years from now? Today I'd like to talk about what's going to be the state of watches about a century from now. You are wearing a Seiko Tuna SBBN 031. You have it on the original bracelet. And I want to talk about, but what if it's wrong? Thinking about the present as if it were the past, by Chuck Klosterman. I'm reading his book right now, and I want to talk about the book in terms of watches. So I got back from Watch City, and Mike, who put this on an end mill, and I took it home after he put the end mill on, and I realized the end mill doesn't match. It wasn't alright, it was too light. And I don't have a problem with the end mill on the other Seiko tunas, but with this black bezel, it was a clash. It was like a cold colored bracelet on a warm case and bezel. So it's back on the slightly darker stock. So as I was talking to Mike, he told me, well, I mentioned that the Swiss luxury watch market is really down this year, about 55%. And it was also down the year before. And I go, but this doesn't affect your watches, right? Because you're selling watches that are under $1,000. It was actually, we've taken a huge hit. And what's happened is he's no longer getting international buyers coming in. He called them tourists. Tourists have been coming in and just buying a lot of watches. They don't do it anymore, and part of it is the value of the dollar to whatever country they're from. And so they're losing that market. And as I was thinking, what is going to be the state of watches 100, 200 years from now? I mean, there will always be like us, watch obsessives. We'll always be around. Just like there's like this small group of, I don't know if you know this, but I read this in Chuck Klosterman's book. There's a small group of guys who buy 78 speed LPs. They're like obsessed with these rare pressed LPs, 78 speed, I believe. I remember when I was a kid, I used to buy 45s. And you know, so maybe 102 years from now, what if there's like 3,000 guys wearing watches like this, or automatic watches? What if the smartwatch, which doesn't appeal to me right now, what if it becomes a must watch? You have to wear it for medical reasons. It faxes all your info to your doctor. You don't even have to think about it. Just like whenever there's a change in your body's vital signs, the change goes into your doctor's computer and he's alerted. Who knows? What if I'm teleported from my house to work with this smartwatch? Obviously, as the technology gets better and better with the smartwatch, the more it's going to be a compelling thing to wear, and that's going to really affect these watches that we wear. What do we call these? Analog watches, analog quartz, automatic, mechanical. These types of watches, it'll be interesting to see, you know, how will people look at these watches 100, 2, 3, 4, 500 years from now? I mean, for us, I mean, a watch is part of our identity. It's something that we love. It's a hobby. It's like someone who collects Paleolithic figurines or chess pieces made out of marble. And I'd really be curious to know what happens to watches in the next 100 years or so. My collection is currently at 8. I have a single-digit collection. I have 3 tunas, and I love them all. I've got a Citizen ProMaster Sky in black. I've got an Orient Saturation Diver. I got a Seiko Sumo. I've got a Citizen Grand Touring, and I have an Echo Zilla. And that's it. This is about as perfect as my collection has been. And I really couldn't imagine buying another watch right now. The only watch that I really like is called the Seiko SBEX 003. Last I checked, it was about $7,000. Probably not going to get it, but I like it quite a bit. Let me know where you think watches will be 100 years from now. Read this Chuck Klosterman book. It is excellent. It affects the way I think about watches and where they exist in history, in the continuum of time. And now, speaking of time, I have to pick up my twin daughters from summer school class. So until next time, I am out.